All right, let's see who showed up. It's just Gonky and me.
Hello.
Hello, welcome back.
Doug,
Hi.
did you make it?
As far as I know.
Oh, look, at least there's a 3 shift.
Yeah.
Sort of.
2.5 shift. It's the voice of Douglas. There's no visual.
First we had 4 and then maybe 2, 3,
Really?
1.
Well,
Really
that's
feel
the
like you need it.
the flyover standard. You brief 4, you step 3, you fly 2, and then see what happens after that.
My jet's broke.
You get one good one.
You get one good jet. Hello, Gonky.
Hello, Mover.
How are you doing?
You like what I've done with the place?
Yeah, you go from restaurant to hotel.
Yep. So I'm in deployed ops right now.
I saw your aliens thing with Air Crew Interview, and you were in an RV.
Like I said, man, I'm mobile.
Yeah,
I'm a highly maneuverable person.
No Wombat. I had promised Wombat, but Wombat could not join us.
I know. Well,
So,
listen, there's
hit
always
on
next
me.
week.
We live our lives one Monday at a time. I haven't even started thinking about next Monday because we still have 2 hours to get through tonight.
Yeah.
And so far, so good.
Yeah. Ever since we started doing this show, it's the weeks seem to click by faster. I'm like, it's Monday again. Here we are.
Well, especially with Drill Weekend, which you did not go to.
Yeah, dude. I'm deployed. Deployed ops. Yeah. So how was your weekend, Mover?
Well, breaking news. You heard it here for actually you probably didn't, but they canceled the Keesler Air Show today. Supposed to be in 2 weeks.
That stinks, dude.
Due to lack of funding. So the next one will be spring of 2027, which you might actually make.
Dude,
me? Who knows?
One day at a time, man.
Yeah.
One day at a time. It seems the end of my career has been way more unpredictable and exciting than
can you call it the end? Because every time you're like the prisoner on death row, and it's like a stay of execution at right as they're about to flip the switch. It's like, ring, and then Gonky has to go back.
It's the governor again.
A ton of last meals, but you never actually die.
Well, dude, listen, man.
Some guy comes running down the hall waving orders. Wait,
stop
That's
it.
a phone. I don't know. You've never watched what was that show? With the Hawkeye guy, Mayor of Kingstown. It's a phone. It's a phone right on the wall by the clock.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it in the room?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, because it's right by the button, so they answer the phone and then nobody hits the button. Because that's the lethal injection serum, if you will. Yeah. We hear you typing, Doug. What are we working on?
I'm catching up with the chat. This mute and don't mute thing is driving me nuts.
Doug has kept his keyboard from the 80s. He just cannot let go.
Believe it or not, I stole this from my gamer. I had a
borrowed. We don't steal anything here.
From my gamer? Who is your gamer?
My youngest son was a collegiate level semi-pro gamer. This was his ex keyboard.
Yeah. Did you have to like cut and splice a USB on like the 1980s connector end to get it to work? Or
it is an old USB though. I have to have those.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Well, we've got people talking to us already. The K9, which that's a cool name.
That is.
I wonder if he's a K9.
I would venture no. I mean, imagine Luna trying to type
voice to text.
Mm-hmm. Does AI speak dog?
Good evening. I'm sure it's on its way. I can't wait for that because Luna's just going to sit there and judge me the entire. She's not even here. She's still mad at me for sending her off to camp for the weekend. The dog sitter while I was out defending your freedom.
Thank you, sir.
You're very welcome, by the way.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I sacrificed my beard for you. So very, very sad. Anyway, he says, good evening, Mover and Gonky. Thank you guys for always keeping me motivated through the hard times. Appreciated you guys so much. Love from Arizona. We don't even keep ourselves motivated.
Thanks,
through
man.
hard times. So at least somebody's being motivated.
We do, Mover. It just takes some effort. That's all. Thank you, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. Mover does not understand children. Well, I deal with Gonky all the time. What are you talking about?
He considers us his children.
Yeah.
Mover,
They're all my children.
Yeah, so I dump my issues about my kids on Mover. So like through me,
It's the best birth control.
It's the
best.
He kind of has. Yeah, nothing's better than when we're trying to talk show stuff and my kids are screaming in the background.
I was at a doctor's appointment today, and it's you go left and it's the pediatric side, and the right is family medicine. And I'm talking to the receptionist, and I hear wow on this side. And I'm like, I don't know how you do this all day.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, awful.
Yeah, well,
Just,
it's like, dude, it's like tuning out your raw gear, man.
I feel like we should have
listening.
evolved past that. Like, use your words. Like at this point, we don't need screaming anymore. Let's just use our words.
Well, my son's at that age where he can use his words, but he just chooses to scream.
At the Gonky level.
Oh, dude. Like at volume 11. So
his words are brah. Does he call you brah yet?
Believe it or not, sometimes he lets it slip. Then I let him know it's dad to you. It's dad to you.
It's sir.
It's sir or dad. Exactly.
Just like it'll be for you if I promote.
It's Mr. Bruh to you.
It'll be sir or sir brah. But
Sir, bra.
there will be no more Mover. We're going formal.
Okay.
Unless I
If that's
retire,
how-
and then I'm going to be thanking you for your service.
Yeah. Then it'll be
in my
Mr.
retiree. Yeah, I'll be Mr. and you'll be out there defending freedom.
Yes.
Boy, won't that be? I think you're going to make General Gonky.
There's no chance, but I appreciate the nod.
Never say never. Stranger things have happened.
I won't argue that. I
Yeah.
will not argue that.
I mean, look at us. We have a show.
Here we
People
are.
watch us. Like people are actually tuned in watching us, and
Yeah, which thank you, by the way.
yeah, we like that.
You guys give up your Monday as well, so I'm sure. Yeah,
Mover and I were
we
talking about
appreciate
that the other night. There's a lot of people watch.
Yeah, it's awesome, really. I mean, I'm always flattered. Honestly, I'm flattered.
Disproportionately awesome number.
Yeah.
Pepperoncino, CVN 77 with Canadian dollars. So basically, we owe him money now. Somebody on CCP News look familiar. See email.
Uh-oh.
Pepperoncino.
Are we
See email.
dogfight men in another country now?
Oh boy.
Uh-oh, what is it?
Says, good evening, gentlemen. I was about to save this now. Hold on.
Oh no.
Save this picture. It's breaking news, folks. It's right into the I'm gonna call that label that Mover China. Federales, if you're watching, I did not have anything to do with this. So if the feds are watching, my designated FBI agent, please ignore what I'm about to show you. Because I did not make this.
Mover, you were inverted.
Yeah, look at me.
It's Brother
Yeah, look at
Dogfight Pilot.
That is the exact face I would make, too, seeing such a thing.
Yeah.
So anyway, he says, I was talking with fellow aviation enthusiast who is from China. He's talking about the J-16 F-22 Intercept and sent me a video with a familiar face. You guys are awesome. From young fans hoping about one day to people thinking been there, done that. You guys do such a great job. Keep it up. From Pepperoni.
So
Mark knows what he uses in this one.
Was it Billy? Is this China's TikTok?
I think it's China's YouTube.
Oh, okay. Well, Mover, you're famous.
Well,
you're
it looks like
you're infamous in China.
Well, so it got 5.5 squiggly letters, 58, 2 squiggly letters,
5 views. Good.
10 step stools and 15 shelves. So I don't know if that's good. but it could be. It may
Are
not
you-
be.
Is that a screenshot, or are you able to click on it and watch it?
That's a screenshot
Like-
from China.
Like, can we log on to that from the States and watch it?
We're going to jail, Gonky.
I,
You could probably do it from your hotel. Nobody would know. I'm sure
yeah.
weirder things have been searched from that room right there.
from this very location.
Yeah, it's not the weirdest thing that internet has seen.
No, probably not.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Famous.
Cool. Wow. Thank you. Thank you for that. Yeah, you're infamous, man. The list of countries that you can no longer visit continues to grow. Awesome.
Reading the rest of the.
Oh
you
boy.
can send to the video. Hold on. Send us a. Okay. Please, no viruses.
Ah, yeah.
Thomas says off day today, going over some mover ruins. Gonky, are the Jolly Rogers still around?
Yes, sir. VFA 103, East Coast, 2-seat Hornet Squadron.
The K9 is actual human, so that's disappointing. I honestly prefer a dog, but that's just me. Brenton says, I don't fly, but wanted to be a fighter pilot up here in Canada because I'm 6'6". Well, I think genetics did enough for you. Like, leave some for the rest of us here. They told me I'd never stay awake at higher G's. Thanks for the great show. I mean,
Maybe. I mean, the shorter torso is definitely an advantage.
at 6'6", dude, you probably spend most of your life hypoxic. Just up in that air up there.
Thank you, sir. Thanks, Brenton. Appreciate it. Don't
crank your head to the side with the helmet
Just
on.
ignore
Yeah.
Mover.
I don't know what's going on.
How's the weather up there, dude?
Yeah, Robin says Gonky's kids should just call him dude.
Occasionally, he'll let it slip around his mom or me, and we correct him.
I love how you say he. It's because your daughter can do no wrong.
She is almost 3, and she's getting to the point where she's starting to push the limits. Because, you know, when
But the limits are much different because she's your princess.
That's true. That's true. It's funny. I spanked her the other day, and Ripley looked at me. He's like, "That's not a real spanking." And I was like,
What are you
"Boy,
doing? Dude," he probably said, "Dude, what are you doing? Bring the heat."
He's literally looked at me. He's like, "Dad, that wasn't a spanking."
So you're telling us you successfully traumatized them both at one time.
Well, it sounds like you're raising a narc. He needs to mind his own business.
He's at that phase where, yeah, we got to tell him people don't like tattletales. But in
Yeah.
the same sentence, like my wife's like, "Tell me everything bad that your dad lets you listen to."
Well, so what he needs to learn is the Fifth Amendment and the Fourth Amendment. And
Dude.
he needs to start watching sovereign citizen videos on YouTube.
Mover, you'll appreciate this because you're a cop, and you will too. But like, kids are so fun. Like, I was driving, like, this is like a year ago. Me and my son are talking, and he just out of the blue was like, "Oh yeah," he's like, "It's like that time mommy got pulled over by the cops," and I was like,
Wait, what?
"Exactly." I said, "What?" And then he
Wait.
proceeds to tell me how she ran a stoplight, and the cops pulled her over and let her off because she was pregnant. Blah, blah. And I was like, "Really?"
Really?
It's like, what else did mommy do?
Right.
I saw mommy kissing Santa Claus. All right.
Yeah.
Joe says another week. Here's a bid for the Luna treats and/or
Yeah. Premix, baby. Cool. Thank
what
you.
is
Stuff's gotten
premix?
crazy expensive.
40 to 1, running the 2-stroke dirt bikes. You mix some oil with the gas to lubricate the crankcase in a 2-stroke engine.
Hey, how's your truck? Did it make the journey?
It made it. It's still pulling to the right. So I discovered that nobody has ever adjusted the caster on it, which I don't know how you can do in alignment without ever adjusting the caster, but I have to do that when I get home.
Okay, Douglas, I'm gonna put this link for you to try to get.
Oh, good.
If I try to get it,
I'll
we
open it
may
on my
lock
iPad
up the
first.
stream.
Good luck, Doug. We're all counting
Yeah,
on you.
good luck.
Nice knowing all of you.
Yeah, Doug's gonna be on a list. Rougeroo says, saw Wombat did a flight returning a sailor's remains home. Have either of you had that honor? I have not, and it's sad that he won't be here to talk about it because he had a video, he had his PA, and I'm going to save that for him when he's on the channel because I don't really want to take his thunder away.
I took So me and another buddy of mine, Beef, we took 11 and Beefcake home. We took Delta, and I was very impressed. Delta had their own, like the ground guys, they had their own basically honor guard, and it was a 2-leg trip. Both the captains were awesome. The flight attendants were awesome. It's weird, you know. I mean, we were all dressed in our whites with medals, and I remember walking through TSA, and of course, like the alarms go off, and I just looked. Me and Beeve looked straight at the TSA guys. Are like, I'm not taking anything off this uniform, because we were transporting our 2 squadron mates back home, and like the TSA guys are like, "Yep, keep going." I mean, it was pretty surreal experience, and it's really cool that Wombat got to do that. It'll be really cool to hear him talk about it. I wish he could be here, tonight to talk about it, because it's a unique experience.
Francio Venegas, always watching the show from Italy.
Nice.
I wonder if he was upset about last week.
We got, dude, our fans have thick skin.
Can you please comment about the Eurofighter crash in Terracina in 2017? It's on YouTube. Sad thing.
I think that's the one that hit the water, right?
I don't know. I'm not familiar with that. Kentucky man says, building my own drone, went to Hobby Lobby for parts, came away with balsa wood, finger paint, and frame. Live, laugh, love. Print for my wife. Thanks, Gonky.
If you'd like to know how to build anything else, just let me know.
Follow me for more tips.
Follow me for more tips on how to build your own flying machine.
Ira says, happy belated birthday, Deputy Luna. Yeah, Friday was her birthday.
Yeah.
The
How
big
old is
5.
she now? 5.
It's going fast, man.
That's 30 in dog years. Is that right? Right.
35.
35.
Yeah. That doesn't work though, because
I know.
It's like the first year is like 16 years, and then it's a scale, and it depends on their weight. Like there's a whole formula and stuff. But the traditional, like conventional wisdom is 7 for 5.
Yeah.
Or 7 per year, dog years or whatever.
Dude, she's still a pup in my book.
I like to think so, but
yeah, of course.
The cool thing about Luna is she won't get the frosty face, because she's always had the frosty face. Like she's white, so that's always sad when the boys started turning gray and the whiskers.
Right. Oh yeah.
Doug, are you trying to egg us on to just get on with it, or what?
No, it's the wrong button.
Place to be. You didn't want.
I goofed. Let's try again.
He's like,
hey. Like, stop talking.
Yeah.
There we go. That was
first topic.
That was what I meant to do.
Well, hold on. I got one more. And our pilot says, have you seen The Great Santini?
Oh, Robert Duvall? Yeah. It's a great movie. It's been a while since I've seen the whole thing.
I've never seen it.
Oh, dude, really? That's one you could ruin, dude.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hit it, Doug.
All right. So I made some progress with the Chinese video.
That's me.
Not much. Not much.
The former American pilot known as Dogfighting Brother was shocked after seeing the report that
that's
reproduction.
That's as far as I got. But the irony of it's in Chinese.
We can listen to this Chinese.
美国前战斗机飞行员
I don't sound like that.
It broke immediately.
What is with all the anime?
狗豆哥这次又破防
Is
了，
this a porn site?
完全不承认央视这则报道的真实性，也不相信
Is this what you
监视者
sound like
通
in
过
China?
同种方式驱离了美国
That's
隐
what
身
I
战机，
sound like
称
without
这完全是
closed
电影
captioning.
情节，现实中是不可能发生的，嘴非常的硬啊。
You know, they say you never
goes
want
on
to hear
like
your own
that.
voice, but I didn't know I sounded this bad.
It goes on like that for some time, and then they just wholesale.
I saw a
stole
lot
your
of
video.
comments about
Hey, it's
this,
me.
so I Googled it and I found the source material and thought it was interesting. So it says on October 2nd, 2025.
So the irony is that it says reproduction without the author's authorization is prohibited. Did you authorize them to reproduce your video?
I don't recall. No.
Oh, hit him.
No.
Hit him with a copyright strike.
I would have to go registered in Billy with Science Man K. Yemi. That dude is probably. I mean, does anything else happen? Do you watch the whole thing? Oh,
I
dude,
did
look,
not.
they got pictures
got
in the comments.
comments?
They can do pictures in their comments.
Wow.
255 comments, but I can't see them because I'm not logged in. So
5 people are watching.
This is the best your research department can do on this short notice.
It only has 55,000 views.
That's disappointing.
Don't worry, dogfight brother.
Are we the Dogfight Brothers?
No,
are we
there's
like
no we. Gonky's
Is it the Super Mario Brothers?
You're
Like-
the Dogfight brother.
Oh, I think you can't say that.
Dog fighting.
I'm not saying it. They said it. Like it's right. It's highlighted right there.
I love how the search is love, 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 love.
Yeah.
Barrage list. Look at it. Look, they even have that. This is how the J16 practiced the roller maneuver to drive. Then there's a full video of them driving away. Lips tremble, Trump. I can't imagine. I won't. The J16 flying backwards is a rare sight.
Oh,
look at
Mover.
this.
You
Look at
bet. You
this.
better X out of that site.
Mover is.
Yeah.
Look at that. Because they were inverted.
Because
You see.
It's a whole new world out there on the
it
internet.
is, man. When you reach the end of our internet, there's the Chinese internet. You can
They
go
have
to.
brought me over to their internet. I'm
They
not
have,
even.
dude.
Oh, look, it's me again.
That's right.
Science is the same video.
Yeah. You
Look
know,
how
dude.
famous Airwolf's tail is getting back behind me.
Dude, in every skiff in the Chinese Air Force and Navy,
Oh, yeah.
there's probably a picture of you.
Uh-huh. I am their. I don't know what would be an equivalent.
It literally says "loose lips sink ships," and there's a picture of you.
No,
Of you right there.
I am their target. They're like, we will avenge the dogfight. Look at that. Look, they animated the thing.
Oh yeah.
He went Popeye in the clouds.
Yep. He's lost wingman.
Dude, this is just like Top Gun.
It is.
Wow.
Yeah. Well,
We learned something.
every day.
Downvote that, Doug.
Down.
Is that the astrological sign, the one by the 18? Is that like a Sagittarius or Aquarius or one of those things? It looks like the horoscope.
That's the join icon. And there is no thumbs down, just like YouTube. I can only say I like it.
What's a star?
You
Probably
super
favorite.
like
Oh,
it.
look.
Collection.
Stop Gun Maverick.
His Dogfight brother checking his 6.
Are they saying I was in Top Gun Maverick?
Dude,
Dude, I could be pretty famous in China.
you could be pretty fan.
Big
I
in
mean,
Japan.
Oh, dude.
This is Japan? I thought this was
No,
China.
it's China. It's China. But being big in Japan is a trope.
Oh,
Yes, that's true.
I don't understand your references.
My translate has broken, so we're stuck with whatever language.
It's probably
that is.
them actively hacking you as we speak.
Oh, man.
Oh no, man. We've fallen into their trap. Damn it.
Yeah, this is what they wanted.
Will they send me a free
Icy water,
direct
League
drive
of shadows.
racing?
A what?
A free direct drive racing wheel for myself?
No.
No,
how
they
this
will.
works.
Skylink says, morning from Singapore, Mover and
Morning.
Donkey. XF16 maintainer engine man here. Thanks for keeping me awake during my morning lectures and for the laughs.
That's awesome.
Engine
pretty
brother.
That's awesome. Engine fryer. Yeah.
Birthday treats for Luna Girl, says Thomas.
Nice.
Stephen Billings, here, Godzilla. Did you see the cargo? Yeah, we're going to get to all that. Sorry, rip for the
Maybe.
crew. We're just tap dancing because it's just us today.
Yeah.
YouTube is loading my feed with United States Navy cruise videos. Gronky, do you have to be a part of one of those?
Yes.
Are you really?
Yeah. So there's cruise videos that each individual squadron puts out, and then there is the West Coast Strike Fighter video, and then the East Coast. So each coast puts one out every year. Yeah, man. Ours, in fact, on my channel, I have most of the cruise video that we made in 2000, way back in 07 when I was in the Blue Diamonds. Yeah, pretty much every squadron makes a cruise video, and they use it to we monetized it back in the day by selling DVDs, and we made a lot of money because we came out with a cruise video. We came out, well, we'd sell t-shirts,
You're
DVDs, stuff like that, and it funded almost all of our port calls towards the end of cruise.
Did you ever
so-
sell your cruise sock?
No, you need that, dude. Come on.
Okay. Laura B says China thinks you are a Maverick mover.
Look at that, dude.
They're right.
You've achieved it.
Yeah, I'm about to be a 60-year-old flying. By the time I get back in the jet, I'll be 60.
Hey, take it easy on the 60-year-olds.
Well, see, Douglas, that you have something to aspire to. He just broke up with Anna de Armas.
Oh, well, she's available.
Not to you. You're married.
Oh,
We're talking to you, dude.
Me.
I said the same thing about Nicole Kidman when he broke up with her.
Yeah.
She never
Tiger,
called.
Tiger Rose says famous in China now, but also monitored in the U.S. I feel bad for my assigned FBI agent because they're furloughed. You know, like,
and you're creating so much work for them, dude.
I want to check on her. What if it's Decker? What if it's Special Agent Michelle Decker that is watching me and slowly falling in love with the memes that I share with my friends?
You're not that lucky.
That's correct. No, they're building the case file is like this thick about
yes.
My social credit score is going down. Hawkeye says, "Happy birthday, Luna." And puppy dog, Slassy.
Now I'm confused. Is that why you've been sending me memes?
Yeah, I want her to see it.
Clears up a lot of things.
Yeah, it's not for you, obviously.
That's reassuring.
Yeah. Sad part is they're not good looking. The real world is not like the books. I'll tell you. Okay, hey, let's do some topics. You want to?
Sure.
First one's kind of sad. Well, very sad. So I guess for the first time in this airport's history, they've had a fatal mishap. Cargo aircraft skids off of Hong Kong runway into the sea. And it's just a crazy turn of events. It killed 2 workers doing security driving in a truck. So they weren't even involved in any way in this flight. There were 4 pilots on board that all successfully egressed. It skidded off the runway, collided with a security patrol vehicle before it fell into the sea early Monday, killing the 2 people in the car. It was the Turkey-based ACT Airlines, was landing at Hong Kong International around 3:50 a.m., well, very early, from Dubai. It was under lease by Emirates. They did not seek help before landing and had taxied about halfway down the runway before skidding to a stop. A little fast on the scrolling there. And the patrol car absolutely did not rush onto the runway. It was the plane that went off the runway and crashed in a patrol vehicle. And you can see there they popped the slides. When rescue arrived, the plane was broken to parts, floating in the sea. Crew members were waiting to be rescued at its open door. Then they found the 2 security workers trapped in the car after a 40-minute search. So they died in the vehicle. They show some video that was partially submerged. And that's a picture of where it happened. I mean, I don't know what else you have to say about that, except that it was a 32-year-old airplane, and they call it an accident, obviously, because it's fatal, and they're going to pull all the tapes. Gonky, you've talked to some friends in the cargo world. What are you hearing?
Well, I don't know. You kind of alluded to it's a 744-400, so it's an older airplane, 30+ years old. But I don't know. Some of my friends in the cargo world talking about the 74, they've had some like outboard gear issues lately. A quick search on YouTube, there's several videos out there of 74s landing with the issues with the outboard main mount. But it's just odd that, and I missed it. Was it raining or anything? Did the article say?
I did not see anything about the weather conditions. Doug, can you pull that back up real quick? Does it say what the weather conditions were?
I mean, it was nighttime.
The weather was suitable.
Yeah.
So,
well, usually Asia's like endless Florida summer. You might get a thunderstorm in the past. But anyways, the part that makes it a bit odd is, it landed and commenced what I perceive as a somewhat normal rollout. And then halfway down the runway, it looks like it just veered off.
Yeah.
And, airplanes don't do that unless it's intentional or you have some sort of sudden directional control problem. And I saw a like they took like an overhead view of where the car was, and yeah, those guys were just doing like perimeter search in a truck, quite a ways off from the runway. So I think I saw where the 7.4 went into the water like 60 knots or so. I mean, so it was still traveling a decent speed, but yeah, it's just sad that happened. And given the distance from the runway to the road, at least my perception of it, you know, it's sad because there's no way you could miss a 7.4 bearing down on you. And that's just like, it's a terrible way to go, man. I mean, my thoughts and prayers of their family. And it'll be interesting to see what they find as far as what caused that thing to swerve off the runway like that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you always think of the big ones, you know, runway condition, which, you know, if it was good weather, so it's pretty easy to kind of rule that out. Brakes, landing gear, you know, high, you know, landing long or fast, but you know, if it was slowed down, you know, I mean, I don't know, man. This is going to be something that the investigators will have to take a look at. All the factors, you know, all the landing parameters are going to be looked at from way back when they were stable configured to how hard they hit the runway when they touched down, you know. And the other part is at the time, you know, freight dogs, they do some oddball hours. So you go back and you look at their crew day, how they were sleeping, were they fatigued? You know, what did they do prior to that? It's a 4-man crew, so that's a pretty long flight, more than likely, unless they were repositioning for something, like, you know, unless it was deadheaders or something like that.
Dubai to Hong Kong, that's a haul.
That's what I'm saying. So it probably is, you know, 4-man crew because that's what required for their crew rest. So were they rested? You know, I mean, you can't rule out mechanical, aircraft issues, maintenance issues, or pilot issues until, you know, they do their full investigation. But I mean, you're right. Just driving, doing your security patrol. It's funny that, not funny, but it's unique to me that it's a 2-man security patrol, because typically stuff like that would be a single person in a vehicle.
Really?
You know, just doing a roving patrol. Yeah. I mean, like if you go to a lot of U.S. places, they'll have multiple vehicles, each with one person in it, because you got a radio and somebody else can go. It's surprising to me. Now that could be their SOP
training,
or it could be training, which to me is even worse, because it's like, dude, it's training day, you know, and next thing you know, I mean, getting trapped in a car in the water, is just a horrific thing. And I feel for the victims there, and especially their families. I mean, you know, they're thinking this is a safe security gig, and of all things, this happens. And it kind of reminds me a little bit of the Jeju thing, just in that we talk about what happens when you go off the runway. When you start going off-roading and stuff, it just...
all bets are off, dude.
I mean, you hit things that you didn't even think were possible to hit. And, you know, here, aircraft breaks in half, ends up in the water, hits a security patrol.
Right.
They were lucky there wasn't a seawall. You know, they didn't head first into a seawall, but...
Or, dude, they're lucky that wasn't a taxiway full of A380s full of people, right? So, I mean, you know, it given the speed that it left the prepared runway surface, I mean, you know as well as I do, like, man, if you still got like 80 knots on the airplane, I mean, the rudder is still pretty effective. Like, it would take it's going to take something I think pretty drastic happened.
I mean, what was it? Double the board?
Oh, for the
I
forget. Yeah. For the stop distance.
Yeah, but you'd be ejecting at that point in a fighter. You know, if you're going off the prepared surface, you're out. You know, you're done. But you obviously don't have that option in the 7.4. But yeah, just well, there's too many of these. You know, that's the thing is, I think aviation is still inherently safe, but we are seeing I think a noticeable rise in at least the reporting of stuff like this.
Yeah, and I've been to that airport in Hong Kong. I mean, it's just a beautiful area. I love Asia. Maybe I'm biased.
Yeah.
But it's just sad that, sad, man.
So Tom says there was a 16-knot crosswind out of the north. It was an empty repositioning flight. So I mean, crosswind, landing gear. If you put pressure on a gear, land firm, side load. If it gusted and put any kind of load.
Right.
Do you remember? Well, God, it's probably been 6 years ago. It was like Air China. They did the go around, but kind of partially landed in the grass at O'Hare in between the runways.
Yes. We talked about that, didn't we?
Did we talk about it?
Yeah, it was a 7-4.
Yeah. Same thing though,
Yeah,
right?
They got it on video.
That's a robust aircraft, but long haul flying those aircraft like that, sometimes stuff happens. So,
yeah.
But investigators are going to have their work cut. And because it's Boeing, I would imagine Boeing will be involved.
They should. They should be.
I think Americans will be involved in this investigation as well.
Well, especially if it's a anomaly with the airplane, they're going to want to know.
Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Brian says, no super chats from your feds till they open again. That's true. And all seriously though, those of you that do work for the federal government, we feel for you.
Yeah.
It is, to me, unacceptable for a first world country not to fund its basic services.
Yeah.
We should be able to carve out. We should be smart and be able to carve out the people that need the air traffic controllers, the military, people, federal agents, like the people that are out there doing the work. We should not be held hostage for political theater. We should be able to pay our people, and it's a stupid game. It's all, oh, well, you're going to get paid. Well, then pay them.
Right.
Don't play the games with these, because these people have families. They have bills. They're already not paid enough. That's a horrible thing to do to your employees.
Yeah. Yeah. How can you plan, right?
You can't plan in October.
Right.
It happens every year. It's like it's a surprise. Like, oh, hey, we forgot to fund the government, so we're going to argue about this for.
Yeah. No, you're right. Every year it's a surprise. It's like, no, it's not.
Yeah, and this is not a political statement, by the way.
No.
This is not Democrat, Republican. This is common sense.
Yeah.
Like we bloat too much stuff, and it becomes hey, it's all or nothing. And it's like, dude, no. I should not be talking to Airman Snuffy about getting a payday loan. I should not be talking to Special Agent so-and-so because they're not getting funded to go catch terrorists or bad guys or whatever they're doing, or watching my memes. I shouldn't be having to send the, hey, I'm sorry, you can't watch my memes anymore to my very attractive Special Agent Michelle Decker that watches all of my stuff. Like, I don't know where she's at. She could be driving Uber. That's so much more dangerous than watching my stuff. It's a dangerous sport.
Oh boy.
Yeah. For those that you don't know, go read my books, by the way. If you don't know who Special Agent Michelle Decker is, you need to read my books, and you're wrong. Warhorse says, hello, whoever shows up. You look a lot like Gonky.
I'm the only one. Yeah. Well, it was heavily dependent on the quality of my deployed internet, and it's been reasonably good.
Yeah.
So here I am. Surprise.
You found internet by the teacups at Disney World, where you're doing your motion simulator at Space Mountain. Okay. Hey, speaking of stuff, please don't get us fired. So SecWar went on a field trip this weekend. Is it this weekend or Monday or Friday? I don't know when this happened, but he got to ride in a Super Hornet, and they made a video.
Oh,
this isn't the video.
Yeah, get the other link, Doug.
Get the other link, Doug. This is just him getting out.
Yeah.
Which while we're waiting, it's interesting that the pilot stayed in while he got out on his own. I've never had a FAM rider get out before me.
Yeah. No one
ever. Yeah.
Normally the way it works is like I'm totally unstrapped except for the top two.
Yeah.
And like as soon as the engines are shut down, I'm like bink, and I'm out.
Yeah. You got to help him out. Like,
Right.
could you imagine Sec War busts his ass while you're still sitting in the cockpit going, "Hey, sir, are you okay back there?" Oh, God. Oh,
Dude,
no.
For sure,
Oh.
I'm 100% certain they told him, make sure he gets out first.
Oh,
Because dude, it's right. His family was down there, as we'll
Yeah.
see. So
yeah. Play the tape.
It's
He is a
Americans
fighter
just like
weapons
you
school.
for 250 years that raise their right hand, defend the Constitution, put something greater than themselves at the forefront.
They
of
put
their own lives.
Raisin in a Viper.
Yep.
Flew the Viper. That's the Top Gun Maverick jet.
it is
And he's wearing the sunglasses like he's in Independence Day.
perfect.
The cheaters.
This is his goose appreciation ride.
Or his Tom Cruise, because that's what Tom Cruise also rode.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Oh, he patted him on the helmet.
Perfect.
You're not fired. That's his Finney flight.
Yeah. The first flight and Finney, dude. Just knock it
Yeah.
out.
You say champagne? They really are making it a Finney flight.
Yeah.
That's what America can do.
I see why you want to get back into it.
Yes, sir.
It's clean. No, there's no puke in there.
I love it. That's why you want to get back into it, huh?
That's cool.
Oh, dude, that is awesome. Well, Douglas, thank you. Gonky, your thoughts as a Navy man?
Man. Mover, you and I have spent a lot of time there at Fallon with that,
I know.
the backdrop and the Top Gun jets. And, dude, it all comes back, right? All the memories flying there. And I am jealous of both of them. And I think it's cool that, they're out there doing stuff like this, because I think you get your thumb closer to the pulse of kind of what's going on. Now, granted, of course, they're probably being shepherded around and whatnot, but I think it's a really cool thing for him to experience. And I think things like that, raise morale. I mean, I don't care what side of the political aisle you're on. I mean, it's always nice when your leaders take an interest in what you're doing. So it's cool he's out doing that. And yeah, it's just a quick clip, but I'm curious to like what they actually did on the flight. Cool that he got to ride the Maverick jet. Although, was it the Maverick jet an E model?
Both. They painted it both because they
They
had
had-
to have Tom in the back.
Oh, they got two. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's cool that he did not bring his lunch back up.
Well,
Allegedly.
so there was a GoPro. If you look at the footage, there's a GoPro pointed at him, and we do not see that footage. I'm not saying he did. I'm just saying we do not see that footage.
He claims that.
Okay, I didn't hear him say one way or the other. I don't disagree.
Yeah.
This is not the first thing that he's done. He a week or two ago, probably not too far before this, was riding on a MH6 with a rifle and had the brass catcher, and he was popping off rounds at targets, like shooting from the skids, which is incredibly badass. I mean, the dude wasn't just a guard PA guy. He's got like war medals and stuff. Like he actually deployed and fought in combat. So I mean, it's not that far out of the realm for him to do stuff like that. I agree with you. And not just from a aviation perspective, but in law enforcement, I think that cops respect leaders that go out, because there are sheriffs out there that the guy in Pinal County, he'll go ride with his deputies. He'll go out and do traffic stops and patrol and stuff. He'll go, door kicking with warrant roundups. He'll go fly in the helicopter. I think leaders that get out there, even though they're seeing the dog and pony show, as you talked about, they're not seeing the real grind, but at least they're out there. They're not behind a desk. They're not just hiding behind paperwork and stuff like that. They're getting out there. They're engaging with at least the people that do some mission and seeing, because that is how you understand what is needed, right? That is how you understand what the mission is. And I think you have to understand the mission in order to affect change, in order to help people do their job. Because to me, your job as a leader is to remove obstacles to allow your people to do their job. And I would laugh if he went there and was like, "This is Fallon. We're going back to Miramar."
Yeah. Yeah.
This is not like the movie. We're going back to Miramar.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
No,
I thought this
you
was at North Island.
So when I was a relatively young junior, I had really good skippers, man. My early, well, most of the time I was in the Navy. But anyways, I remember one of them told me, he's like, "Look, dude," he's like, "I know you're just a junior officer, but he's like, in this squadron, we're going to put you in leadership positions." So I ended up being like the aircraft division officer. So I was a leader in the maintenance department. And I remember him telling me, he's like, "Dude, don't sit in your office and send emails and taskers." He's like, "Get off your ass, get downstairs, hang out with your troops, learn what they're doing." And he's like, "It'll just pay dividends." And so I did that, man. I would spend, like, when I wasn't flying, I just go down and I'd literally just hang out with the guys and gals down there. And it's amazing the things you pick up. And what's even more amazing is the things they notice about you,
Yeah.
So I could see really quickly that, that's the best way to build a rapport and actually put your, like I said, kind of get your finger closer to the pulse of what's going on. Because, as the guys sign in blue folders and stuff, like sometimes I would hear stuff going on and like, dude, I'd actually go down and investigate it myself. And like, you don't know until you get down and, get kind of like you're saying with the troops, see what they're doing. And I think that's how you can best help them. And I just think that's probably the objective that they're doing. Hey, let's get out there and see what's going on, see what we can do.
Well, I mean, you have to realize this is a person that, we sign that blank check up to and including our lives for the cost of freedom. He is sending people.
Oh, yeah.
With that blank check. So I think it's imperative, if you're going to send somebody, to be able to go, I'm not going to send you to do something that I myself wouldn't do, if possible, right? I mean, it doesn't have to be, I don't expect him to go do BUDS training, SEAL stuff. Although there is video of him doing the log thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, he's doing some of it. But I think at least having that understanding, because now when something comes across his desk with a Super Hornet, well, now he understands, okay, this is what they go through when they fly. This is what the brief looked like. He probably didn't get the full meal deal, but Raisin already understood.
Right.
That was just fun for him. He's out there. I don't know. What I hope, the other side of this coin, there was an Air Force chief of staff that got himself a Raptor call when it first came out. And I just hope it doesn't go to that extreme. I hope we don't get into a situation where we're just out there getting calls and flying for fun and doing stuff for fun just because of a personal interest versus I'm doing this so that I can better understand the mission and better understand what goes into sending people off to war. I think a well-rounded leader needs to be able to lead from the front and do what's necessary to make sure people understand that, hey, I appreciate what you do, and that's why I wanted to be out there doing it with you. And I think Gonky's gone.
Yeah, chat noticed it before we did.
I noticed it. I just kept talking, hoping to get this segment finished.
Well, he's gone now.
Hey, Doug, Gonky's gone, man. I'll be outside.
Right.
Well, we knew this was possible.
He says he's rebooting.
Yeah, it happens. But anyway, that was that one. We'll get to the chat and get to some things before we get back. Hopefully Gonky joins us. If not, then I guess it'll just be the Mover and Doug show.
Yep.
But
or
Michelle,
call Luna.
Thomas says, Michelle, ask Mover on a date. Yeah, she knows me by now. She knows she has to. But Kyle says, love the show, guys. Look forward to it every Monday. Started watching a few months ago and recently got a pilot slot in the Navy. Hell yeah. Awesome, man. Go help your bros. Enjoy your time. Enjoy the training. Hey, there's Gonky.
So
She switched sides, though. There he goes.
So apparently at 8:47 local yesterday is when I signed on to the 24-hour access of internet. It timed out. So I had to
I love it.
sign back on to Hilton Honors, and here I am for another 24 hours. Sorry.
Please insert 75 cents to continue this
ran
call,
out of
sir.
quarters.
I ran out.
You ran out of quarters. Oh man.
Sorry,
Perfect.
bro.
Well-oiled machine we've got running here.
Collect call from Gonky. Do you
Yeah.
accept the
Well,
charge?
Doug said you had to reboot. I'm like, well, that'll be a minute.
Okay, cool. We're
Perfect.
on to the. Are we still talking about PDX?
No, we've gotten ourselves fired enough on that topic.
Okay.
I just kept talking. As soon as you froze, I just kept talking to try to end that segment. So at least we'd have something to edit.
Thank you, sir.
And then moved on. Robert says America.
America.
And those are 2 US dollars. So we don't know anything on that one. Lisa says, hello. Haven't tuned in recently, but think of y'all often and want to say thank you. Well, thanks, Lisa.
That's awesome.
Is that a long walk off a short pier? Was that? What? No, we want to see it again.
Looks like a good fishing spot. Anyways.
I'm a glass half
Surfing.
empty. I'm a pier short, half short. I don't know. Whatever. Angie says, treats for a fellow Libra. Happy birthday, Luna. Oh, there she
Angie.
is. She's striking
Yeah.
tonight.
Perfect.
Tim says, my son reported for Marine boot camp today. All I got to say is fly Navy.
Awesome.
You
Tim.
imagine, dude, you report to boot camp and they're like, so when do we get paid?
Right. Honestly, in boot camp, it's like, hey, as long as the food shows up, like I'm here for whatever amount of weeks, anyways.
Yeah, they're not worried about money at this
No.
point. Your money's no good here.
No.
Anyway. All right. So another kind of from the unexplained files. United 737 MAX pilot was injured at 36,000 feet flying from Denver to Los Angeles on Thursday. There have been reports, this is totally unverified, about falling space debris. We can talk about that in a second. But basically, they landed. Go to the next picture. They shattered the, looks like the captain's side. Nope. Is that the FO? That's captain. The captain or FO? Do we have a
FO
zoomed out?
side. Look, the vortex generators, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So it's the FO side. Next picture.
Dang, dude.
The center console of the antiquated 737.
Look at that CB radio. That bad
Yeah,
boy's
that's
got.
how they talk to each other.
Breaker.
That's how you talk over the noise. All right. Well, then explain that to me then. How come El Capitan got shredded?
Well, dude, I'm sure the frag pattern of the glass. I mean, I'm sure the FO's got probably.
Well, that's like triple pain, dude. How did I? You can see the top corner though, where it broke through.
That's scary. Did it depressurize? I mean, that's scary.
No, it did not.
Wow.
That was the other thing. They said they descended immediately, but they didn't have any depressurization issues or anything like that. The first thing about the space debris, there were a lot of theories, right? Somebody said a bird, and it's like, well, it's 36,000 feet, so there's like 2 birds in the world that can do it. It's not very common. Somebody else said space debris. To me, space debris would have such a high velocity that it would go through the whole jet. Like, I don't know, unless it's like the very small, like a pebble size space debris. But the amount of energy, I mean, you got to think, dude, coming out of orbit or coming out of space, how much energy anything would have if it hit your windshield. I don't think it would just shatter it like that. And we've had instances, remember SecWar, they had to, last week, they had to divert because one of the windshields shattered. Sometimes that happens because the heating elements. Malfunctions with the windshield and the heating elements, and it shatters the glass.
Yeah.
Especially with pressure differentials and stuff like that. I don't know, but I will say, though, good on the pilots. There was no weather, so it wasn't hail, because I've seen there was an airliner, God, that was probably 2018, where the Airbus A319 went through the thunderstorm. They went through the hail. It shattered both windshields, and so they had to do basically a unplanned, Cat 3, almost auto land to the. They might have done an auto land. I don't know, but they landed because they couldn't see out the front.
Right.
Because they'd gone through that thunderstorm. That shatters windshields. I mean, a clear, sunny day. I mean, you got to think about that, dude. You're just cruising along at 36,000 feet.
Oh, dude.
And, I'm bleeding. Glass is going everywhere. it's crazy. I mean, what do you think, man?
Yeah, I mean, that's something that you don't train for, right? That's not a. I mean, that's definitely there's a startle factor there. You bring up a good point about, maybe a heating element or could have maybe a defect in the glass, whatever the reason, man, that will get your attention. Cause those guys, I don't know, the guys, whatever. The two pilots were up there probably eating a sandwich, shooting
It's a
the
short
breeze.
flight. I mean, it's a relatively short flight. LA to Denver to LA.
Yeah, but still, I mean, whatever. The weather was nice, beautiful day, and then to have that happen, like you said, man, good on them for recovering the airplane safely. And I mean, yeah, if that happened to me, I would probably spend the rest of my flying career like I'd probably bring like safety glasses, from now on to work.
Our chat is letting us know, those with the smarter than 10-pound brains. Space debris does not fall fast. It'll be falling very slowly already at 36,000 feet. Atmosphere is very dense already at these altitudes. So maybe it's space debris, but it may be falling slowly, but you're still hitting it
at like 500. Yeah.
Yeah. You're not, I mean, if it's falling slowly, it still would have to be something very small.
Doug, go back to the picture, please. If you still have it up by chance. Perchance. Yeah, that one. Perfect. Bring that bad boy up. I mean,
there's a scorch mark.
That
could be the heating element arcing.
That's what I'm saying. So if you look at that, if something impacted that, I would think there would be a, that doesn't caved in.
There's a big skid mark though, right here.
Where?
Let me see if I can make it big enough to draw attention to that. Nope, it doesn't work that way.
I mean, only as good as the pictures we have available, but
yeah, it looks like it's kind of peeling back the aluminum, like
a little bit.
Yeah,
right. But
looks
if
like
something
it skidded up the center post there.
But if something impacted it, I would think there would be more like impact damage. Yeah, it's hard to tell from the picture, but I mean, I don't know. It looked like
I can't get it enhanced enough to see it the way I see it on my big monitor. It looks very much like a skid, like it hit and slid up.
Yeah,
it's peeled up here. There's scuffs up here too.
I mean, that could just be the wind though. At 500 miles an hour, starting to peel some of the skin back. I don't know. Look, it could be outer space. When I first saw this, I was like, man, maybe those NOTAMs. Remember all those NOTAMs like don't hit the UAPs or off the coast
the
of
weather balloons
off the coast of Virginia and down when we're flying in the Gulf. It's like maybe I don't know. There's close up.
Yeah, so that's where it impacted.
I don't know. Maybe a glancing blow. I don't know,
tough.
man.
That's
it's tough.
I mean,
yeah,
the scorch marks and stuff. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, well, good on Boeing for making a strong airplane that thing held together. Because, dude, I mean, it didn't even depressurize. That's pretty wild.
I don't know how it didn't.
Right.
I mean, it must have impacted that inner pane, shattered it, and then left the like.
Right.
Because remember, people have been sucked out of the windows.
Yeah.
Right. That's the whole British Airways or whatever, where the windshield broke or was open.
Yeah. No, you're right. It's almost
I just think at that speed, like you hit something, even if it is falling at terminal velocity or whatever from space,
it's gonna go through.
I think and that's why I'm like, not saying it didn't. I mean, I'm not smart enough to know, but but think of all the other crap,
dude. I mean, what if
rockets, drones, people, I mean, it's not like a commercial off the shelf drone because it's too low or too high, but
dude, what if there's a defect in the manufacturing of the glass, like a little air bubble or something that it just finally burst? I don't know. We're gonna find out though, but thank goodness they were able to land safely and nobody.
So this is a related comment. Heat Seeker says Scott Manley has a video how unlikely space debris would be. He thinks it was early morning, 6 a.m. May have been a small descending weather balloon, and the pilots didn't see it. Yeah, I mean, it's something. It is something I would think that doesn't have its own motion.
Yeah.
With a glancing blow, if you hit something at all. I mean, again,
Right.
if you blow out the glass from the heating element causes the blowout, it may cause damage like this. I don't know. I don't know what it looks like on the outside. I mean, it does. Doug, you're right. I mean, it does look like something glanced off of it, but it had to glance off the windscreen first, which to me, you'd have enough that it would clear it. You wouldn't just slide along it, but I don't know.
Would that make a hell of a noise in the cockpit? And would you hear it?
Oh, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
the startle factor is incredible.
My brown pants.
Yeah. I mean, dude, it'd take a minute to calm down.
Yeah.
Especially if you're bleeding, because you're like, what the, why? I mean,
dude. And at 36,000, you're pretty comfortable in your seatbelt and stuff, right? So I mean, there would be all kinds of things going through my mind, Doug, if this happened.
You'd think the airplane was coming apart.
Yep. 100%.
You'd think that something very, very bad, like this isn't like training.
No.
Where it's the startle factor, and you're like, okay, what's the light? What light am I looking for?
Yeah.
This is, you can't see out of this windshield all of a sudden, and you're bleeding, and it's suddenly the noisy 737 is even noisier.
Yeah.
Wow.
No bueno, but
not good.
Good job on the crew, on everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that's amazing.
I think it was the captain's landing. Gonna guess.
Can you? Hey, Captain. No, you're flying this leg.
It's your leg.
It's
your
leg.
leg.
Nope.
I did the last one.
Yep.
It's your leg.
Yep. This is how much they pay me per hour. I'm not giving them any.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Yeah. We'll have to take a circle back to that one.
It is not working the way I'm expecting it to work.
Boy, Doug, you're awfully
That's what she
pushy
said.
tonight.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Hey guys, time to move on. Move on.
Just like he's on the Judge Judy.
Yeah.
Anyway, Gundam Blade says UFO debris. We need Wombat for more clarification. If you say his name 3 times, he will appear.
We miss him.
Matt says the skipper and the FO need to play the lottery. Yeah.
100%.
Bob says it's not impossible, but highly unlikely. By the time it reaches that altitude, it slowed down a lot. Yeah, we covered that. Tic Tac's got my back says everyone is saying space junk. Bold of you to assume everything from space is junk. It's the never mind. Chuck of blue ice from Delta at 38,000 feet asking how the ride is up ahead, says Kevin Morgan.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Aaron says, on a side note, only 3 more weeks until that free dinner at Applebee's. Thank me for my service.
Just for in case everybody doesn't know, why don't you guys explain blue ice? Go ahead.
Well, it would be
what is happening, Doug? Since when are you? I don't see your name on this patch. Listen, what are you in charge?
Mover, Doug was prepared tonight for it to be the Mover and Doug show.
He's driving it around like Yellow Gear. He's
I
like,
like it, Doug.
You guys need to talk about this right now.
I like it. Well, it just
Pop quiz, hot shot. What's blue ice?
Well, it just happens to be the color of when you go to the bathroom in the plane. Goes into a nice
not
container.
What comes out of you. It's what
correct.
It's the fluid in the toilet.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Now they don't dump it in air. All right. They've got trucks that come when it's full. But it is a joke, right? So
thank you for that.
Yes, Urban Legend. Is that what you're saying?
That's right.
That's Turban Legend. I saw a Turban Legend today that their website, the Facebook page suddenly came alive. They're doing gear swings on one of their ones they're building.
Cool.
Yeah. Thank you. Segue. Warhorse says, don't need any explanation. Saw Mythbusters.
There you go.
All right. Hey, speaking of shrinking, hit it. Gonky, it's your turn.
Opinion. Air Force squadrons are reversing its demands on investments. So hold on, let me make it bigger, so to speak. Oh, there we go. All right. So the 104th, man, A-10 Squadron Maryland is being deactivated. And basically the gist of the story here is we're getting rid of fighters and squadrons faster than we are replacing them. So they passed the point. The Air Force has passed the point where more cannot be done with less. Trump administration and Congress need to sufficiently resource the Air Force. It's been underfunded for over 3 decades. Left unchecked, what happened to the 104th Fighter Squadron will be repeated elsewhere around the nation and at key Air Force bases. Scroll down, Doug. Had some pretty interesting stats here. So fiscal 25, the service sought to get rid of 250 aircraft, but only acquire 91 new ones. 2026 budget, they're requesting to retire 340, but only buying 76. So the article goes on to talk about this continual shrinking of the Air Force while the demand for Air Force aircraft, particularly fighters, is growing, right? So the sunset of F-15C and Ds assigned at Kadena Air Base in Japan without a permanently assigned backfill aircraft is another example. The Air Force Reserve is sunsetting nearly 50% of its fighter capacity between now and 2030 due to a lack of backfill aircraft to replace retiring older types. And it lists a slew of Air Force bases. Yes,
Homestead, DM, Whiteman,
Yep.
Moody.
Yeah, exactly. So they just lack, the Air Force is lacking necessary aircraft to execute a campaign of any length of time. So it talks about Operation Midnight Hammer being a successful operation that we just recently did, but we wouldn't be able to replicate that, the following day. So, a repeated mission like that is not capable. So the article keeps talking about, the force dumping money into, F-35, EX, F-47, B-21, all the future stuff. But, as of today, right now, and over the past 30 years, just the shrinking of the Air Force we're kind of like past the point of, I mean, it's really starting to matter now as the rest of the world seems to be ramping up. I'm glad it mentioned it's been 30 years in the making. I saw a stat where compared to Desert Storm 91, the Air Force is half its strength. Now, you could argue the weapons and airplanes we have today are much more powerful, which I would agree. But at the end of the day, I mean, I think numbers do matter. What do you think about this just never-ending attrition of fighter aircraft, mainly in the U.S. Air Force?
Yeah. I mean, if you think about the history of it, right? We had Vietnam, Carter years, and then we had the Reagan administration. Reagan was peace through strength, and the Cold War was, arguably at its peak as far as how we fought that. We wanted to outspend our enemy and the Soviet Union and make them at least think that we had more than we did and cause them to outspend themselves. And eventually, there's no unlimited money, even though we talk about different pots of money and stuff like that, there's no unlimited money. And then we go to Desert Storm. And initially it's like, well, can we do Desert Storm? And we did it very well. And then the Clinton years and the drawdowns and the force reshaping and the base realignments and all that stuff that followed set us up for a 20-year war that destroyed everything else. Because think about when I've talked to Rick Abel and the ATF, which became the F-22, it started in the 80s. The development of that aircraft, when they're asking, hey, what do we need? He's going to generals in the 80s,
right,
which are talking about the Soviet Union. No one was forecasting the fall and us now going into conflicts with Middle Eastern countries or China or North Korea. I mean, North Korea, yeah, but other countries. Russia was the big threat back then, and that's what that development happened. So then you get all these fancy toys going into 2000, 2001, and a group of terrorists on airliners changes everything for the next 20 plus years. And we go fight not unwinnable wars, but a slog, a grind in places that destroy troops and equipment. And have done that for centuries. I mean, Afghanistan with the Russians, they've learned that firsthand, and we got our taste of that as well. And not only did we do it in Afghanistan, but we did it on a two-front war. We did it in Afghanistan and Iraq. And we took fighters that were not designed to do low-intensity counterinsurgency, close air support, stuff like that. And what is the biggest killer of an airplane? Hours. We dumped so many hours on these airframes, boring holes in the sky, looking at dirt. I mean, yeah, we went kinetic a lot, but for the most part, we put way more hours than what we needed to like. If you compare the average combat sortie in OIF, OEF to Vietnam, like I've interviewed Vietnam pilots, they weren't flying 6-7 hour missions. You know, they were flying their 1.0, drop their bombs, come back, get some more bombs, go back. Now that puts wear and tear on the airframes too. But, you know, at the end of the day, a 1.0 times 7 or 8 versus 24-hour cyclic ops, 24 hours. Those airplanes are constantly, you know, you got day shift, night shift, mid shift. Everybody is, those airplanes are just always flying. And then they come back and we get into the fiscal cliff, if you will. You know, we start talking the political stuff that we're talking about now, where sequestration, where we are still trying to fight these wars, but we have to do it with less money because, you know, the debt clock is now run up, the debt ceiling is reached. We want to start drawing down this, but we can't because we're still at these wars. So that set us up to where we are now, because acquisitions was happening throughout this process, but you can't do both. Right. So what did we do? We sold our soul for the 5th gen. We said, okay, you know what? Well, we're not buying Vipers because the aircraft of the future is 800 F-22s. That's going to replace the Eagle. And then next on the list is the F-35. Well, when you pare that down to 187, you can't replace the Eagle because you still need numbers. And when the F-35 takes as long as it has, you don't have anything to replace it. So it becomes special too, because it's about supply and demand. When supply is low, demand is high, you just can't do it. So then you get into a situation where you don't have the ability to train people. You don't have the airframes for them to fly. And then what happens? Well, we got to get rid of stuff because the airframes are old. We don't want to keep upgrading them. It costs more to upgrade them. You know, we were talking about the EX is the same price as the F-35, and that becomes the argument. Well, yeah, but F-35, low observable, has a little bit more maintenance costs long term than the EX, which is kind of like a workhorse. But we get to this point where we have downgraded our ability to have the reserves, because that article talks about 50% of your reserve aircraft, our capability is gone. Well, guess what? That worked in the early 2000s when the airlines were suffering from 9/11 and bankruptcies and stuff like that. But when people have options, they hit their 10-year commitment and they go, what can I do next? Do I want to continue serving my country, or do I want to go make big money in the airlines? And you got no way to keep them there, not unless you made it a 20-year active duty service commitment. So all of our experience, which traditionally went to Guard Reserve squadrons in unit-equipped aircraft, now goes nowhere. They're just like, well, we don't own the airplanes, and there's not enough slots, as we found out when our unit closed. There's not enough slots in these associate units, in these TFI units where active duty owns the iron. Well, guess who needs to fly that? The active duty guys aren't getting enough hours. So they come off active duty. They need a place to go. Hey, Joe, I know you. I'm going to go fly with you. They get the jobs. Nobody else has any ability because there's no TX courses, because there's no training capability. So we have put ourselves into this box because we didn't have airplanes. We didn't have the money. We didn't have the ability because we were fighting 20-year wars, and we were looking so close at the last war and so close to what we were doing now that we forgot about what we were trying to do. And then at the last minute, they go, hey, we're going to do this near peer, you know, everything's going to go Afrogen. We're going to start talking about China and stuff like that. Well, guess what? China hasn't been doing what we've been doing. China has been on their own developing their 5th gen fighters, their J-20s, their J-16s, their J-35s. They have been slowly developing while we've been slogging in all these situations, and it has just created the perfect storm. And the only way to get out of it is to spend some more money, buy more airframes that aren't they're not the top of the top end stuff. We just need airframes to keep pilots flying and to keep them tactically proficient, because we cannot have 80-hour-a-year pilots. We just can't. But if you got nowhere to base them, you know, we're never going to be able to fight the next war unless we have more pilots and aircraft. And that is a long rant. I'm sorry.
No, dude, you hit the nail on the head. I mean, I don't think you have to look back too far in history. I mean, like, that's the whole story of the A4, right? So like, they were like, back then, right, interceptors were getting bigger, faster, more complicated, and the A4 was developed. Super simple airplane, and it just worked. And they built a lot of them. And I'm not saying we need the A4 now, but what I'm saying is, dude, you can't. Technology will get you so far, but if you don't have numbers, you don't have airplanes to fly, you're going to be in a world of hurt. And even 20 years ago, when I would say we had a significant advantage on countries like China, it wasn't 1v1 I was worried about.
Yeah.
It was 1v100, right? Maybe not that much, but the point is, you know, if you have airplanes to fly, you now have pilots that are trained in the craft. And dude, it doesn't take much to take somebody who's been flying a Gen 4 F-16 and then transition them to an F-35, right? I mean, it's the experience matters. Now, on the flip side, with AI, drone tech, all this stuff coming out, maybe behind closed doors, there's a plan. I don't know. But I think since the beginning of time, you know, wars have been fought between people.
Women.
And yeah. And usually a technology appears, a counter technology appears, and then it nullifies. Yeah, right. It's like BVR, man. It's like, we make a missile, you make a missile. We'll make a jammer. Now you can't shoot your missile. Well, and then when the full scale war happens, it's like, well, we're back to BFM, right? I mean, you know, maybe that's not exactly how it'll play out, but numbers matter, airplanes matter. Not everything needs to be 5th gen. And I agree with you, dude. Especially the Marines, like they 100% put all their eggs in the 5th gen F-35 basket. You know, I don't know, man. It's not the F-30,
the F-35. As much as we make fun of Fat Amy, it's because
it's not the airplane. Like,
it's not the airplane. It's an ugly airplane, but it's a good airplane. It's a good airplane. It's very capable. We need twice as many is the problem, but they're expensive,
and they're late.
They're expensive, and there's no training pipeline that can keep up with it because of all the issues they've had with engines and the software and everything they've had. We understand. It's so funny. I do read the comments, contrary to popular belief. And people were talking about how we're stuck in the Stone Age because we talk about dogfights and because of a point you just made. But we know the BVR is not new. Like, none of this stuff, it might be new to some countries, but as long as I've been doing this, you know, BFM was the sport of kings for funsies, but the real work was in the vault doing, counter air stuff that was not, I can see who I'm fighting. And that is the way of the future, 100%. But like you talked about, if you don't have the numbers, it does not matter. It's a physical limitation. It's a physical limitation of anything when you're being overwhelmed by numbers. And when you can't protect a lane, you can't protect a point because you don't have enough aircraft. It doesn't matter how you started. If you didn't start with enough aircraft in the first place, your point's going to get overrun eventually.
Well, it's even more than just aircraft, right? So, I mean, like, we're just talking about the fighter numbers. Well,
yeah.
I mean, the same issues exist with maintainers, missiles, fuel, like the downsizing, right?
Tankers.
Yeah.
I mean,
when-
we're running KC-135 still. They're 70-year-old tankers. Like, are you kidding me? Like,
that's how, that's how we won the battle in the Atlantic, right, against the German U-boats, is we could crank out ships faster than they could sink them, right? And that's kind of where, if we were to fight China, they have the industrial capacity to crank out airplanes, tanks, ships, you name it, faster than we could knock them down, right? So I mean, we're just talking about the fighter side of it because that's what we care
That's
and
what we
talk
like.
about. That's what we like. We love fighter jets.
wars are won through logistics. Like, if
Yeah,
you
man.
can't get beans and bullets to the front lines,
Right.
which means you got to have airlift, you got to have tankers for the airlift, you got to have the boats to get them there, you got to have all the support stuff.
Yeah.
And if you can't project power, you're never going to be able to do it. And part of that is it's equipment and training. It doesn't matter what agency you're with, whether it's a government agency, a corporation, or whatever. If you don't have equipment, people, and training, you're not going to win.
Yeah.
It just, yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. And it all it all comes down to money. And I would argue, over the past 30 years, kind of like you were talking to, Mover, like this is how far ahead planners were looking. And that's why we are in the predicament we're in today. 100%. I mean, you can say this administration, the previous, right? Like, but I mean, dude, it's hard to turn around something that's been dysfunctional for the planning side of it, dysfunctional for this long.
And I'm not going to sit here and say I know everything, because
No,
there are
me
probably people in very dark rooms ordering pizzas right now that, I'm not saying probably, they 100% know more, and they probably have a better look at the picture. From an operator's perspective,
Yes,
I believe that your Guard and Reserve are national assets that should be protected at all costs because of the way our experience and the way our deployment models are going. I think you need that. I mean, I don't think OEF would have gone very well at all if we just had active duty people being burned out for 20 years. I mean, that would have been even worse than what we're talking about.
Yeah.
When they sent, was it VFA 201?
Oh yeah, the Dolphin. Was that the Dolphins? The Georgia?
No, what was
Atlanta?
What was Carswell? 20?
201, 202, something like that.
Anyway, when they sent them on cruise, like, they had the best boat scores, they were the best at everything they did because they were experienced cadre. And
they're all 05s.
You have to retain that experience, and you have to retain that the reserves are cheaper. The Guard is it's if you're talking bang for buck, you cannot beat Air Force Reserve Command and the Air National Guard. You just can't.
Yeah.
Because you don't have all the associated costs with having a full-time squadron full of full-time people that are moving every 3 years. Because you think about it, Homestead, for example, I was there, and the maintainers had been there for a decade or more. Well, you get the corporate knowledge, you get the location, of the home drone, the deployments, the jets. Imagine what a 20-year maintainer knows about the same jet he's been working on his entire career, right? Versus and the amount of personal pride they have in putting those jets forward. They were immaculate. When things were going well. Now, granted, they have stumbled lately, and part of the reason squadrons stumble is because you put them in unwinnable situations. You send them downrange and you say, go fight this, go deploy on this meaningless tasker where you fly for no reason and you're just burning hours off these jets, and then come back, and then we're surprised because they're all at depot, they're all broken, they all have these issues and stuff like that. Like, we create these situations to justify our existence instead of protecting the assets, which are people and equipment.
Yep. Yeah, 100%, man. I mean, and dude, like, from today, how do you fix it quickly, man? You have to. I don't know. Honestly, don't know. Yeah, exactly.
Because an aircraft buy we've put all our eggs in too many in like just these very small, Boeing and Lockheed. And we're at their mercy. Even if we wanted to buy Vipers, Lockheed. If we wanted to buy the EX, we're Boeing. Like we're reliant on. We don't have the competition we used to have. We don't have the ability to go, hey, what's your F-79, 69? What's your fighter? Your low cost fighter.
Yeah, and I mean they're limited to capacity. How many can they build, right? I mean, at any one time. But yeah, I'm with you. Like, how would okay, Gonky, how would you fix it right now? Dude, I'm all ears.
Zoom stores jet eject, sir. I have
That's right. I'm retiring, so
what's the weather at my divert?
Correct. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's where I'm going. See ya.
Am I well rested? And did I eat? What did I have for breakfast?
Look at the time.
Perfect time. Yeah. Sorry. No, I'm not on orders. You can't pay me. Can't ask me to do anything right now. Spaceman Spiff says, need to look for a Decepticon badge now. It's funny. 16 says, wait, are we selling more than we have?
I don't know. That's a great question.
But that goes to your capacity, right? Like
it does, yeah.
The factory can only do what the factory can do. And if we're selling.
Right. But I mean, at the same time, foreign military sales help keep lines open, as we saw with the Super Hornet.
Right.
And same thing with the EX, right? I mean, if the Air Force doesn't put in a big order for the EX, well, the Qatari order, I'm sure, right, keeps the line going. So,
yeah,
I don't know. It's a good question, though.
Yeah. The National Police Association for the Luna Bell Treat Fund. Happy birthday, Luna. National Police Association sponsored Luna's training 2 years ago. We are very appreciative of them. They saw something in her and us and gave us a chance, and she has done some great work in the community. She has been outstanding at her job. She's the first law enforcement therapy canine in the area, and a lot of other agencies now have reached out to us and have modeled after what we've done. So thank you to the National Police Association for doing that for her. I'm very grateful, because this program costs nothing to the taxpayer at all. It's all volunteer, all free.
Nice.
So real cool. Tiger Rose says, with the 3-eye Atlas approaching and the threat of alien invasion imminent, would either of you rock up to a base like Russell Case in documentary Independence Day and say, I can fly, I'm a pilot? No, but Doug and I were talking about this the other day. That is how I end up running for president, because you're going to need a fighter pilot president. And so that's the only way. One of us, you or I, Gonky, one of us has to run for POTUS.
I would totally rock up to the base like Russell Case and be like, I can fly. Like, I remember
Gonky.
the Hornet.
Gonky for Sec War.
Sec War, yeah. Yeah. Hey, I'm riding up front. Beat it.
Sec War, dude.
Was there a vice president in that movie?
Yeah. Wait.
Who? I don't remember it now. I'm thinking, like, I don't think there was a vice president in that movie.
I've watched that movie like a
I know, but name the vice president. There's the CIA guy. There's the SecDef guy. There's the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff.
They got all killed. They all died in the helicopter, right? When they took out the.
Well, that's what I'm wondering.
I think they all went.
They all died. Was that after they did the flashy lights at them?
Yeah. Welcome wagon. We're getting a response. No.
That's like my dating life, Gonky. It's the exact same response every time I flash the lights out. I don't know. It's funny.
I guess they don't want any peace.
That should be my profile name. Welcome Wagon.
Welcome Wagon, dude. Oh man.
Oh, that's great. Logan says Kadena is getting the EX model F-15s for now. It's a steady rotation of other airframes from around the USAF. Guard squadrons getting deployed for 6 months, or however long they do now. Which that's going to crush them too. Yeah. 6 month deployments for the reserve component. A guard is just, you can't have a real job and do that, especially for nonsense. Like, it's not like, I get it if it was something important, but just to exercise the system, that's going to crush some people. Eglin actually sent a couple of their EXs out there for fan flight purposes recently. Oh, can you imagine? Hey, dude, you got to fly from Eglin to Kadena just to show them around.
Dude, I bet they sent the EX out there to exercise the systems.
Yeah. Nate says, how do we get ourselves into simultaneously simultaneous pilot shortage and ramp down. You'd think one could improve the other.
We're that good, Nate. We are that. I mean,
Yeah, we create our own problems.
yeah.
Well, because it's different sides. You really never have a shortage of applicants. You have a shortage of retention, and you can't. Although we have talked about the Navy telling people, well, guess what? You're staying. But technically, you get a 10-year active duty service commitment out of people. And traditionally, and I'm talking 20 years ago, it used to not be everybody bails for the door because some people would stay. Some people would go re-up. Some people would transition to full-time guard reserve. But when your airline pay disparity and quality of life is so great, and it's not just pay is not the only issue. I think, and I've talked about this with like people at law enforcement agencies and other, you might win some people by paying them higher than anything else, but the way you win recruiting and more people is through leadership, because people want to work for good bosses. And I think people got burned out over 20 years of what are we fighting for, and then turned around and being told you're the villain in the story, and we're just going to take every part of your job and make it meaningless for this other stuff instead of being a war fighter.
Well, dude, aside from that, I mean, I got out because I didn't have faith in leadership at the time, but the other factor that carried a lot of weight for me was I wanted to get married and have a family. And it was my own personal opinion that active duty was not good for family life. But hey, there's this thing called the reserves over here at the time that I could still serve my country, use the skills that the taxpayers had paid, so I could learn, still be an asset to the country, while having a little more flexibility and freedom to have I'm going to say somewhat more normal life, so I could get married, and have a family, man, because that was important to me. And if the reserves and guard, like you're saying, goes to 6-month deployment, it's like, well, then it's no different than active duty, dude. Good luck. I mean, guys aren't gonna
and I think it would be one thing. That's where you have no matter what, I love people always in the comments and be like, well, you signed up. It's true, but as a volunteer force.
Correct.
And if you want people to voluntarily continue doing this, it is important to communicate with them, and it's important to give them that sense of purpose. If you told, I'll give you an Gonky. If I told you today that the worst country in the world, any country you want, is knocking down the door and we have to go deploy for 6 months to go stop that threat, you're the first one on the boat, right? Or bus or aircraft. If I tell you, well, we're going, and you go, why? And you go, well, because it's our turn.
Right.
And you're like, okay, but what are we doing? Well, we're going to go and we're going to train over there. Okay, but we could train here. Yeah, but you're in the deployment bucket and we got to do it anyway. And, it's your turn to go. And it's like, well, who's going to want to do that? Who wants to just, like, that is
no, meanwhile, you got your wife and kids at home. Like, there's
right.
stuff going on. It's like, no, dude,
right.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah. Right. You're and then that's when the money becomes a thing, because they're like, well, wait a minute, my $1,500 a day Delta job is what now? I gotta drop mill leave, and okay, but for what? Oh, I'm gonna go do this for 6 months, and like, nobody wants to do that unless you give them a purpose, and yes, you give them a reason.
Right. You made a good point, dude. It's an all volunteer force, but because it's volunteer, it's not that, like, we sign up, give up our rights and our opinions. No, dude, it's a two-way street. Like, I'm going to give you my best and you better give me your best. And if it doesn't end up working out like that, then guess what? At the end of my commitment to you, I can leave. Like,
yeah. Yeah, don't burn people out. That's a
No.
pretty easy thing. MJ says breaking SkyWest did an immediate return because people were trying to breach the cockpit door. So that's not good. I don't know anything about that. Wombat has been elected to vice president in his absence. Absentee ballot for Wombat.
He's got one vote. He's one
He's
ahead
got
of.
so much power that he doesn't show up and still gets voted in.
That's awesome, dude.
We've seen elections like that, actually. Just hide in their basement for the whole thing, and suddenly they're president. B. Gride Ordy. I'm about 3 interviews deep at Guard Reserve Fighter Squadrons. Should I stay on the hunt or ISEL for SNA and push for jets and Navy pilot training? Gonky, what does ISEL mean?
I don't know. I don't know.
All right. I'm going to read this as, should I go be a Navy fighter pilot or stick it out and be a Guard Reserve fighter pilot? And I would say, I would keep interviewing until you leave, until you pass the point of no return. And then if you can get a good Guard fighter squadron where you live, that's what I'd do. What do you think, Gonky?
That's good advice. Listen, I thoroughly enjoyed being a Navy fighter pilot. I wouldn't change a thing, but I will tell you this: it is by far the harder route, and it is, you can have jet grades and not get jets. Whereas if you go Guard and Reserve and a unit picks you up and they fly F-16s, F-35, whatever, you're going to be immediate select. Yeah, you're going to elite. If you can make the grade in pilot training, you're going to be a fighter pilot. So, it really depends on you and what you want to do. But I think Mover's advice is good advice. Keep applying to Guard Reserve squadrons, because if you can get one, like he's saying, where you live or at someplace you want to live, that's a pretty sweet deal. But I think being a Navy fighter pilot's awesome too. It's a whole experience you never get to experience anywhere else. But I'd probably take Mover's advice today.
Just today only.
Today.
For the low price of $4.99.
$4.99. It's a blue light special.
Doug, hey, you're Secretary of State.
Perfect.
I mean, if we get rid of the Department of Education, that's the obvious next choice.
Perfect.
Skyway's thing turned out to be nothing, according to Andrew. So, all right, we're not done with topics, though. We got plenty to talk about today. Unfortunately, this one's kind of sad, or super sad. Marine AH-1Z was killed. One was hospitalized. One was unfortunately killed in Southern California. Desert training flight Thursday evening. It was about 7:05 p.m. in a remote area called Imperial Gables, 36 miles north of Yuma, 45 miles northeast of El Centro, flying a training mission in support of the Weapons and Tactics Instructor Course, 7-week course through October 26th. The name of the deceased pilot probably has been released by now. This is a little bit older, but no other information other than this is where it happened. They're based at Camp Pendleton, part of the Marine Aircraft Group 39. And then obviously they're going to do an investigation. So, I mean, Gonky, it drives home the point that this is a dangerous business, and even training is, you might be signing or paying that blank check because they're training to go to war. I mean, that's what it is. It's just you're training to defend your country.
Yeah, you're dude. Yeah, I mean, what more is there to say? I mean, those guys, I don't know who they are, but they, like you said, they fortunately had to cash that check, and it's not good, man. I mean, training's dangerous because we, as much as possible, try to train like we fight in the military. So, compared to civilian training, we definitely push it a little bit more. And I don't know what happened, but it's unfortunate that, that we lost some aviators out there.
Well, an aviator, the other one.
An aviator, yeah, sorry.
Survived, thankfully.
Yeah.
So that's silver lining. And, you feel for the family, but the survivor because you have all of that that's associated with surviving that, survivor's guilt and the, you know, the trauma of everything. So obviously the other person, now the Marines, so they're tough, but everybody's human. So it's very,
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, the Marine aviation community is really tight, right? Because they're a much
very
smaller
small.
group. Yeah. So, yeah, that sucks, man.
Wow. All right, Gonky, you're gonna like this one. India released a video from their carrier ops recently, and
It's actually,
play.
yeah, it's cool.
It was a night trap.
Well, yeah, that was. You're right.
I just use a hat to wave people. Who is this? The guy that in charge? Is that what the deal is? Why is he the main character?
Because he's the leader.
That's what I'm saying. Is he their sec war?
No, he's their. Oh, we're gonna get flamed big time by the
Mahdi?
Indian view. Yeah.
So he's their sec. He's their. Oh, they do a song for him. Kind of catchy. That's an old school helicopter. Jeez. This dude's got some talent. He's got a job after. Or is this their Navy band? Operation Sindoor.
It's the prime minister, right? I think that's the PM, dude.
He's wearing khakis. Prime Minister.
Yeah. That's cool. They made an anchor. Yeah, it's the prime minister. That's right.
So is this because Trump just did this for the Air Force birthday that this dude's doing this? Or a Navy birthday, sorry? This is exactly what Trump saw, except during the day. Is it their birthday too?
Dude.
All right. Navy man. Explain
Navy
what we just watched.
Navy dogfight, man. That was a really cool video.
It really was.
I've never seen that much footage of Navy.
Told you it was Mahdi.
Yeah,
I said that.
Minister.
That's the words I used.
The prime minister. So obviously went out to visit the carrier and got to witness some carrier ops. A couple things that I relearned, maybe learned. I can't remember, but I didn't realize they did day and night ops with the MiG-29. I mean, I still think it's wild that the MiG-29 takes off via no catapult and a ramp. Yeah.
Now, does that reduce? I would assume, right? Because we've obviously learned a lot about catapults talking about China, because our commenters have instructed us on that. Does that reduce the gross takeoff weight, so you can't carry as many like missiles and bombs and stuff as
allegedly
you would if you had a? Is that okay?
Allegedly. So it's wild, man. It's like when the Super Hornet was in the running for the Indian Navy, you can find it on YouTube. I'm pretty sure they built a ramp and launched a Super Hornet.
Really?
Via a ramp. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe Doug can find it, maybe not. But yeah, obviously with no catapult, you're going to be limited. Now the MiG-29 has ridiculous thrust, and I've never operated off of a ramp. And when I watched the video of the Super Hornet doing the ramp takeoff, I'm like, man, that's sketchy. I mean,
how was it configured when it did that? Was it clean?
No, they had some ordnance on it, but again, it's been a while since I saw the whole ski jump. But yeah, I mean, they might take off with like low fuel and hit the tanker right away. But I mean, there's way more capability with catapult, right? I mean, you can just load that thing up full and just.
But it's lower maintenance for the. I mean, for the air, I mean, so you can create one, upkeep it, all that stuff. It's probably a lot easier.
Yeah, and for sure, the poor sailors trying to get some sleep during the day don't have to wake up to them test firing the cats 4 a.m. in the morning. But yeah, it's cool. I mean, I don't know the background of the video, but it looks like, you know, the prime minister is out there to show his support for their Navy. And
Modi.
yes, Modi, to see to show his support for the Navy. And as a, you know, former sailor, it's kind of fun to see another country doing, you know, something very similar to what I did. And I think a MiG-29 is a great looking airplane, and it's cool to see it out there, man. I mean, I don't know what they were, the song, no idea, like the words, whatever, but I just think it's a well put together video, man. I mean,
well, so
I'm
you and I
motivated.
talked about this. Hold on, I was expecting you to talk about this, but I'll interview you. Night ski jump.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
All right, yeah. So the night ops stuff really kind of caught me off guard because maybe I did know and I forgot. And I'm getting old, catch-up brain, but
Well, they don't have catch-up brain.
True. So Indian VA disability probably not going to happen for catch-up.
At least that one.
But
Yeah.
yeah, you know, so I mean, we were joking before the show, like, you know, one of the illusions of a night cat shot is acceleration is so great, you get the tumbling right effect. Well, I mean, with the MiG-29, you actually are starting a tumble right as you go up the ski jump and take off. So the physiological stuff is probably pretty wild. And with the cat shot, man, at night there was two distinct thumps, you know, that you always kind of as part of your cadence of going down the cat shot, right? The cat fires and it's a shutter in the airplane. And believe it or not, at the end of the cat stroke, there's another one as the savageness of the acceleration goes away. Now you're just under jet power, right? Because you go from 0 to 170 miles an hour in 2.5 seconds, right? And then the acceleration starts to slow. But they don't have that, right? I mean, max power, brakes release, the airplane starts to roll, and I mean, I guess you would feel it maybe leaving the deck. It would definitely be a different experience taking off at night on a ramp style carrier. And then we just caught that quick scene of the night trap. They must have LSOs to help them. I mean, that ship is even smaller.
No,
than
it's just the Modi waving his hat.
Oh, is he? Okay, yeah, you're good. Cut.
This
You're
boat
good.
right here. Come here.
Yeah.
This boat. This is the one.
We can no longer go to India.
Oh, we never could. Gonky, so I was looking at the naval inventory, right? Because I was curious. And this says that they operate the MiG-29K, right? The first squadron was commissioned in 2013. So that's a relatively new Navy. The first one took flight in 2007, but the first squadron was commissioned 11 May 2013, and then a second squadron 11 July 2016. So that's quite a bit more. But my question is, they did not buy the Super Hornet. They only have the MiG-29, and that's all we saw in the video. Weren't they supposed to get like the Rafale? Wasn't that what they chose for their naval variant? What's the deal with that?
Yeah. Boeing didn't get the Super Hornet deal done with India, and they went with the French Rafale. I think we covered it. You know, there was a lot of because the Indian Air Force flies it, right? So there'd be some commonality there, and I think there's some industry within.
Well, and
India.
they're mad at us. Yeah, they're not.
Right. Well, now they're really mad at us. but yeah. I mean, their carrier, right? It's an older carrier. It's kind of Russian style, or at least a Russian design. But the Indians are good about modifying stuff. I've talked about it before. Like
Su-30.
Well, that and the MiG-29s, like they put the in-flight refueling stuff on them and help. They make do with what they have pretty well. So, but as far as the video goes and just showing their naval ops, I mean, I'm curious, like, you know, what's a typical cycle like for them, which a cycle is a launch and recovery. Like what kind of actual mission type operation can a carrier like that handle? You know, can you launch a mini strike, or is it more of a point defense kind of mission? How many, you know, be curious how many jets are it can carry. I mean, yeah, I like the video, dude. It's a cool video.
They ordered 26
MiG-29s.
No, Rafales.
Okay.
However, there's an article, Rafale 114 fighter deal, because they bought some for both the Air Force and the Navy. The Defense Ministry flags incomplete IF proposal, seeks more talks with Dassault. Dassault. The request for 114 fighters has been termed incomplete by the Defense Ministry, which emphasizes the need for more. So they really don't have a timeline other than like 2028 or beyond.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, and it says the bulk of the production of the 114 fighters has to be in India. Some will come in flyaway condition, but the bulk have to be made in India. So that affects how it is. And indigenous content cannot be a token 10 to 15%. It must be much more substantial, up to 75%. So they're very insistent that wherever they buy, they got to have, and they've done that before, right? The Su-30 MKI and other aircraft.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the driving factors why Super Hornet didn't work out.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's interesting.
I mean, you can't blame them. I mean,
yeah,
you would want to have that expertise in your own country if you ever, you know.
Well, and it's the common complaint about the F-35, right? They're like, we don't want them to hit the off switch, you know, the button or whatever, the know, quote unquote off switch. I mean, that if you build it indigenously and if things go south and you get into a war with France,
right,
well, at least you're not completely out of luck.
Right.
Interesting.
It is.
All right. What do we got? We'll talk about the Hawker.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
There was a Hawker Hunter crash, but that's not what we're covering next. We're covering the Hawker 800 XP, Douglas.
Oh, I don't even know if I have that link.
Well,
yeah, it's on.
That's what we have.
It's there.
So the Hawker
How about that
Hunter
that's it.
crashed, and this pilot safely ejected. I think it was off of Point Magoo. Maybe it was off somewhere off the water. Not much to say about that, other than we're happy that the pilot got out safely, and obviously they're doing contract adversary work, and you know those
really
airplanes.
Cool airplane. That's why I fixated on it.
Yeah, they're not good looking.
Oh, man,
Every time I flew next to one, I was like, ugh.
It's Gen 1.
Yeah. It's like, hey, my
basic Gen 1, yeah.
Yeah. But this one is really, really sad.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
And is that the audio, Doug, that you got pulled up?
It can be, yes.
South, southeast, maybe I don't know, a half a mile or so where the burning
Can you
smoke
start
is.
it over?
Big old black smoke coming up.
Instagram's tricky. That
Extra Alpha Juliet Mike Romeo Cleveland Center, stay altitude.
Says it's not recovering. So
Extra
they were
Alpha Juliet Mike Romeo Cleveland Center. Extra Alpha Juliet Mike Romeo Cleveland Center, how do you read? Southwest 3149, can you look at your 1 o'clock and about 20 miles? We're looking for an aircraft. You see if you see anything out there on the ground. We just lost them on radar and can't get a hold of them right now, so let me know what you can see.
Yeah, we got burning smoke almost at our 1 o'clock.
You don't have to. There's actually a slider bar at the bottom. At the very bottom. If you click on it, it will appear. All right, never mind. We'll do academics later. We'll debrief this.
Extra Alpha Juliet Mike Romeo Cleveland Center, stay
so
altitude.
that's what you hear. He comes over frequency and says, recover. So apparently they were out there doing a stall test.
Right.
It was like a functional check flight that was a Mexican registered Hawker.
I thought he said it's not recovering.
Right, but they were trying to recover.
Right.
It's not recovering. They were telling him, hey, let's, recover as in recover the airplane, but it's not recovering. But they were doing some kind of stall testing, functional check flight after some kind of maintenance. And I've never heard of that, to be honest with you. I mean, I've never done a functional check flight on a business jet before, but stall testing, I mean, I guess when something happens with like the VGs or the flaps or something, you know, you got to go configure it and recover. But
well, maybe they got into a stall, you know, doing like a flap check or something. You're right. I mean, I've done FCFs in the Hornet. Granted, you don't stall the Hornet, but
now this says it was a stall flight, which was part of the test.
Really?
It says first responders were called the intersection of Clark Road and Peacock Road.
Why would
all three were Mexican citizens. Their families have been notified. 50-year-old, 55-year-old, and 69-year-old. So the mechanic was on board with them. And it says after the small aircraft crashed during a stall flight.
A stall flight.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, that's a swept wing jet. Like, I don't like a transport kind of category. Yeah, that's news to me.
Here you go. It's the Hawkers need a stall test if the leading edges have been removed from maintenance.
Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, that's, yeah, well, it should be able to recover from a stall, but I guess
because, and I'm reading this comment, maintenance put a stall strip in the wrong location. Another crew went up, did the required stall test. The stall strip there's a stall strip. If the stall strip is incorrectly installed, it can create issues.
Okay.
And this says the data matches a post-maintenance stall test after a wing leading edge replacement or maintenance.
Wow.
If you look at the data, they're like 30 or 40,000 feet per minute.
Oh yeah.
Rate. It is incredible.
Yeah.
But it's a stall test, but man, oh man. So maybe an airplane, if they're Mexican citizens, sounds like maybe an airplane, they got stuck here, you know, broke.
Yeah.
Had to replace something, have to go check it out before they bring it back. And that's amazing.
Yeah. It's very sad. Yeah. I mean, that's very chilling audio there from them.
Yeah.
That it's not recovering. And, you know, apparently there's nothing. I mean, they're doing all they can do, but it's not working.
I mean, fly it till you can't, you know, fly it all the way through.
Yeah.
Feel for their families and feel for them.
Yeah, dude. 100%.
Let's see. LeBreak says PM sure does love to see PM on screen. Modi.
Yes.
Crazy Pete says Mover still needs to ruin the Bollywood fighter documentary. Where is that? Is that on Netflix?
I don't know.
Yeah. All right, dude. You want to do some mental health minutes since we haven't done that in a while? Or you want to do 27 more topics?
No, mental health
we've
fine.
Exhausted. Tell you what, Doug, go to the Yak takes out the drone.
That's a good one.
Okay.
Let's talk about that. That is some old school
World War II stuff.
One. That's like some World War I style stuff, man. I mean, getting up close and personal with them.
Oh yeah.
You have to mute that, Doug. There's no way that music is gonna get us.
That's not very good anyway. Hang on. Here you go.
Look at that.
Doink. How?
Wow. Yeah.
Dude, that's skill. That is some skill.
Yeah. That is definitely some skill.
And also a ruggedly built Yak.
Yeah, that and I mean, if there's any kind of like warhead on that, it's
oh yeah,
that's pretty dicey, you know. I mean, that thing could blow up right there and take your wing off. That is straight up V1 buzz bomb World War II.
Yeah. Well, if you're talking V1 buzz bomb, I was just talking, you know, World War I biplanes getting up close and personal with each other. But yeah, I guess you're right. If you're talking about flipping the wing.
Yeah. That is wild.
Mother of God. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't need.
Doug, can you translate the caption?
I'll give it a shot. My translate's been in and out tonight.
I think it says Yak 52 is, Ukrainian Yak 52 shoots down a Russian reconnaissance. Thus, I mean, I'm sure they probably knew that, and that's why they're probably not doing that with the Shaheed drone that's armed. But dude, that just goes to show you in this conflict, number one, we're learning so many different things about modern combat, but two, the Ukrainian fighters are incredibly innovative in how they approach these problems.
Well, dude, we come full circle back to Ukraine is fighting a country that has the big scary weapons, and they're using a yak successfully. Like, you don't need to launch the F-22 against the reconnaissance drone here and then fire a $500,000 9X. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're right.
No, we need to shoot the 9X at the balloons.
But you know, I mean,
with our Raptors.
I mean, I don't know. In my mind, this video kind of illustrates the point that, like, they got an airframe to fly and it's doing good work, dude. You know, I mean,
yeah,
it's wild. It's, I mean, like you said, that takes some skill. Man, I would have probably run that thing through my own propeller, and it would be a co-arrival to the deck.
It would be like me and Doug playing DCS when I run out of bullets,
ramming each other.
Ramming each other, yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
I'm blind and Mover's ramming me. That's pretty much how it goes,
so to speak. Yeah, I just incredible skill by the pilot to do that, and incredible confidence in that aircraft. I mean, the Yak-52 is obviously a very sturdy aircraft, but I don't know that I still wouldn't be worried about.
Oh yeah, the wing coming off.
My wing, not coming off, but I mean a big dent or something else, flight control, it hits the wrong way. I mean, still, it's impressive. I will just say that it is impressive video.
Yeah, 100%, man.
I mean, just the targeting of it, to find it, to intercept it, and then to take it out with your wing. And I wonder if he did it because he ran out of gun.
He ran out of bullets.
Or was this the first option?
I don't think there's any version of the Yak-52 that was armed.
Yeah, the real story is you went through 900 rounds. 900 rounds, and it was like, well,
they don't put gun pods on the gun thing. Yeah,
I thought for sure. Doesn't the Yak have an internal gun?
Yeah. They can put.
Doesn't the Yak have Yak-52?
I don't know. I thought they could put little gun pods on them.
I thought they had an internal gun, man.
Russia updates their Yak-52 and the drone killers. Sensor pod and semi-automatic 12-gauge shotgun have been fitted to them.
There is a rocket version.
They were out of shotgun shells.
Yeah, it says Ukrainian Yak-52 is equipped with machine guns.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We covered this video, the Orlan 10 drone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's amazing, man.
Machine gun pods or unguided rockets. So, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
We also had the video where the guy sits in the back and shoots it with a shotgun. With
the
gun, the rifle.
Yeah, because it's two-seat tandem, right? The Yak-52.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Well, let's talk mental health.
I didn't know we had it on.
Yes, you did. Remember we said, and you said it's too many words.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You don't take mental health seriously enough, Gonky. And that's going to be actually the new one. Gonky needs to take mental health seriously. No, I mean, I thought we would talk about it just because it's the trope, right? The platitude. Flexibility is the key to air power. They made us memorize it, or they made us say it, or they said it all the time in officer training school. And the idea was that, things change, battles change. You have to be able to adapt, improvise, adapt, and overcome. Right now, where it's applicable, unfortunately, is we are facing multitudes of unpleasant things, whether it's the government shutdown, underfunded, undermanned, under-equipped, or whatever. And the temptation is to complain and, woe is me. But the reality is we have to be flexible and we have to be able to adapt. And not just for ourselves, but for each other. And I think that, you know, it goes back to the pilot training thing. I help you, bro, which is gender neutral, by the way. Of, you know, if you are in a good spot and affected by the government shutdown, you should help whoever's next to you and make sure they're okay too. Check in on your friends and help them maintain that flexibility to press through these nonsensical games that the politicians are playing and get to the other side. Because what we don't want to see happen is losing good men and women because they reached their limit and reached the edge and nobody was there to help them. You know, this is a temporary problem. We don't want to take permanent action to solve it. We want to make sure that we get through it. And part of that is helping in any way we can. And sometimes that's just advice on how to deal with, you know, the financial strain, the job strain, the uncertainty of how things are going, and realizing that unfortunately this is not the first nor last time this will happen. So we have to be able to keep executing the mission. We have to be able to keep fighting forward for ourselves and for the people next to us and get to the other side and use the resources you have available. Like in this situation, you know, some credit unions are offering loans. There obviously is always, you know, if you really need help, just call 988 and somebody will talk to you and they can offer help on, hey, here's how you can navigate this. But I don't know, Gonky, what do you think, man?
Yeah, I mean, you covered most of it. I mean, this is, you know, this is coming into a very already financially stressful time for families, right? It's the holidays. We're coming into the holidays, so the timing of everything is poor. But I mean, you know, ideally everybody keeps their eye on the prize, right? Yeah, man, you know, flexibility is the key to air power. I would say the people that make up the forces is really the key to air power. And, you know, you kind of talked about taking care of one another during a hard time. And, you know, in my limited combat, you know, I remember being for me, what was the thick of it. And really, all I cared about was helping the people that were in need, which in that case were the guys on the ground getting hammered with bullets. Right. So, and I think that's kind of that's the military in general, right? I mean, you fight and train for the soldier, sailor, Marine, airman beside you kind of thing. Right. So when it gets tough, focus on one another, take care of one another. Like you said, reach out if you need help, regardless of what politicians or whatever are doing. You know, at the end of the day, I think it's the people that make up the volunteer force in this country that are the most important asset. Pains me how they're being treated, but that's another discussion. But yeah, Mover, I mean, you nailed it, man.
Douglas?
I resonated with what you said, Mover, about keeping it in perspective, that we've been through this before. And for some things, you know, that is kind of a platitude, because some things you don't ever want to go through again. But being a public servant for a long time now, it's amazing what you can say. Oh, well, last time we got through this.
Right.
Yep. What is old is new again, or what is new is old again. I don't know, whichever one's supposed to be. Anyway, well, that concludes the mental health minute for today.
Yeah.
Shorter without Wombat. John says, whatever is flexible and living will tend to grow. Whatever is rigid and blocked will wither and die.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Bend, don't break. And reach out. If you need help, say something. You know, don't be too proud to ask for something, because, you know, we don't want to create worse problems. Because if you just leave it, the wound festers. You know, you don't want to just leave it.
Yeah, I'm getting old enough now to see like just seasons in life, man. This is just this time will pass.
Always the same thing. And that's how you know, like that. That's when you realize it's all theater.
Right.
Just like, you know, in the news they're like, oh God, everything. It's like, dude, this is the same thing we do every year. It's not new. They always will tell you it's historic and unprecedented, but it's always precedented. It's just how you look at it.
Yeah.
But, well, you got anything else there, Gonky, you want to talk about tonight?
No, man, we made it. I
We
just, you
sort
know,
of made it. Minus
sorta.
you running out of tokens.
at the 24-hour mark, it cuts you off and makes you sign back in. But yeah, dude, I'm glad. It's sad that you know, some of our other guests we weren't able to get them on, but the old dynamic duo man made it. Sorry,
it is
trio.
the Mover and Gonky show.
Trio. Yes.
Despite the attempted hijacking.
Right, what it says on the label.
Yeah, that's funny, man. No, dude, it's good. I mean, thank you for everybody for joining us tonight. And sorry I automatically logged off. It wasn't part of. I knew exactly what happened when it did it. I was like, oh, dude.
Well, at least you knew.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
that'd
I
have been
knew.
awkward if you didn't know.
I knew right away. I was like, dude, I bet I got.
Are they making you pay for it? Is that coming out of pocket? Is
Yeah,
that- is that-
exactly. I had
is
to
that-
get my credit card out. It's like,
That's how he gets the 4K resolution. The,
yeah.
the free
it's-
version sucks.
It's the best resolution we've ever seen you at.
Yeah.
Whatever this is, the lighting works.
Hilton, dude. It's the Hilton. So hats off to them for some good interview. This is the free stuff, Doug.
Have you taken a black light
Oh,
to
no
the bed
kidding.
yet?
Don't.
Or walls?
I mean, I have one you can borrow, but don't.
Check bed bugs, perhaps.
Oh, dude. Listen, man. Look, dude, in my world, it's all good. Just talk for my brother and Gonky show, dude.
Can't I go back to being dogfighting man? Do I have to be brother? I mean, brother's a term of endearment, right? I mean, that's
In the
means they love
spirit of
me.
collegiality, the Chinese have named you Dogfight Brother.
Yeah. Does that make me an ambassador?
Dude, we need to get you a new name tag with a new call sign.
Dogfight brother.
Dogfight brother, dude.
At
If we were still flying at air T-38s, that would totally be put that bad boy on when you
I'd
when
have
you
it on
man
my
up.
helmet.
Yeah.
You'd have to put the Chinese stuff on my helmet.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
It's very
Look-
sad.
Look how far you've come. Perfect.
Yeah, just like you, Gonky.
Dude, hey, that's dude, what is that? I mean, that's not Dogfight Brother right there. You
No,
can
that's,
try to
That's a cargo plane full of rubber dog shit, brother.
that's true.
Out of Hong Kong. It's
That's-
still Hong Kong, though. I mean, you know, it
Oh
works.
yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, I don't know.
All right. Well, I've had enough of this show, and I'm
Yep.
sure the people have had enough of us. Buzzkid said he misses the beard. He or she could be a girl. Also, oh, it's a dude. Nope, that's 100%. I mean, I think he also has a beard, so I would hope. Anyway, good night. Oh, wait. John says, show the AI photos of Gonky's training.
What AI photos of Gonky's
Oh,
training?
hold on. I've got it.
Thanks,
got
John. These have not been vetted through our
There they have.
our
It's Gonky tomorrow.
Oh, that is perfect. I love it.
That's pretty good, man.
That is really good. Yeah.
What does your name tag say?
I don't know. Does it say Dogfight Man?
Fatso Power Span?
That's so power speed. Is that what it says, dude?
I don't know. It got Space Mountain. AI, it drives me nuts. AI has the hardest time with words. You would think that would be the easy part, but it just cannot.
I think they nailed it. I think it nailed
Yeah.
it that time.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to start a second podcast without you.
Yeah,
Sure
it'll
about
probably
that?
be wildly successful.
No, it's probably not going to be because,
You don't think so?
Gonky is the meat of the mission here.
I'm not Dogfight Man, brother. Sorry. No disrespect, sir.
Well, I mean, I don't think the people in China.
Everything else with Mover. How about
Well,
it
what do
should
you
just
think?
be? No, I think it should be called More with Mover.
More with Mover.
More with Mover.
Did you know how long this took me to get AI to make this? There's no way I can get it to say more with Mover.
It's good. I mean, it's good. I just more with Mover everything now. Oh,
It's
dude.
got Luna there. It's got a Corvette. It's got a badge. But you know what I'm going to do? My law enforcement stuff, because everybody does the breakdowns where, you know, somebody gets shot and YouTube hates that.
Right.
I'm going to do feel good stories about law enforcement. Like stuff that's
Good.
like cops doing good jobs.
Yeah. I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Hopefully the algorithms like it.
It won't. Crazy Pete says need mouse ears on that pic.
Oh, that's funny.
Thanks,
dude.
Crazy Pete. All right, Gonky. Well, listen, good luck. If
Oh,
your
yes.
examiner / instructor is watching, he is
Yes.
studying as we go. And in fact, that's where he
I've been
went.
studying.
That's where
Yeah.
he went. He went to go study for Space Mountain.
Yeah. I've been reading Quizlet here on my phone the whole time, Mover. That's why I've been kind of checked out.
Quizlet?
Sorry.
They make y'all use Quizlet? You can't.
We have to generate our own training products. It's like being in pilot training again. You know, we all taped off on the floor. You're walking around.
Yeah. Okay.
Couple more days, man. Be back to normal.
Well, next week who we have next week?
I'm not gonna. Nobody.
We don't speculate. Much like mishaps, we don't speculate on what's happening on the next show until Sunday or Monday.
Let's go with nobody. And then that way, if we get somebody, it's like, oh, wow, that's a pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Good night, everybody. Spicy cheese for all my friends.
Good
Night,
night.
folks.